But just up ahead is the very end of the bridge. Good morning and welcome to the 7th day of my tour of Provence. And today I'm leaving Grenoble and heading back into Provence because I'm going to visit Avignon. Now I know that Grenoble isn't in Provence, it's actually in the Rhône-Alpes region. But I had a choice of going to Montpellier, further south from Nîmes, or coming up to Grenoble. And as they had a cable car here, I couldn't resist coming up to Grenoble. And I will return here again on another trip because I'm planning a trip from Lyon into Switzerland. But that's for a different day. So this morning I have to catch my train down to Avignon. Arrived here in Avignon, just over 3 hours on the train from Grenoble. 39 euros for a single ticket, for un billet simple, as they say here in France. Is that expensive for French trains? Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know about your experiences on French trains and the cost of travel. I've arrived here at the Republic Gate, part of the old walls here to the city of Avignon. These walls date from the 13th century and they're absolutely massive, with towers at regular intervals. Historians reckon that these walls replaced earlier walls that were built around 1060, 1100. They really are very impressive. I do like seeing town walls and city walls or on my travels, and I found so many on my travels so far the last few years, and they're all different, absolutely different. And what a beautiful day it is today. 24 degrees they reckon today. That's rather nice. Yes, very nice, very nice. But this is my first time in Avignon. I've seen so many pictures in books of the famous bridge. I've always wanted to come here. It's interesting that Avignon's twinned with quite a number of towns and cities throughout Europe, including Wetzlar in Germany since 1960 and Colchester since 1972. And coincidentally, Colchester is also twinned with Wetzlar and has been since 1969. Now, I've not been to Wetzlar, well, not yet. Mind you, if you're watching this in a few years' time, perhaps I might have visited there. But at the time of this recording, no, I haven't visited Wetzlar, but I have visited Colchester on quite a few occasions and made quite a few videos from there. But I'm going to walk around the sides of the walls and see where I can discover here on the way up to the famous bridge. Delightful little restaurant. Ordered a pizza, just a ham and cheese, nothing too adventurous. I don't do adventurous pizzas, but apparently it's a homemade recipe they're using here. So the waiter was telling me. So let's try it. Oh, it's absolutely delicious, and it tastes even better because it's been sponsored as well. So thank you to Maureen McKay, went into the Buy Me a Coffee link, which you'll find in the description, and purchased several coffees for me. So thank you very much. And if you'd like to get a mention on my channel, then do as Maureen did and follow the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. So I'm going to finish my delicious pizza and have a walk around the town, see what I can discover here on the way up to the bridge. Busy little square, all those cafes and restaurants, shops and a carousel. Do like riding on the gallopers, looks a lot of fun. Haven't been on one of those since I was in Weymouth, south coast of England, a few years ago. Now I'm going to head up towards the Palais du Pape, or the Papal Palace, and that's on the way to the gardens and to the bridge. So have a look and see what's up there. I'm really liking Avignon. It's just there's so much here. There's old narrow medieval streets. And it's full of tourists as well. Every so often you get descended upon by a tour group, but mob-handed, about 50 people. Never mind. Wow, this is nice. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful, this building. This is the former seat of the Pope, because before the Pope took up residence at the Vatican in Rome, he was housed here, back in the Middle Ages. And I can't remember just when this was occupied by the Popes. So I'll put some information up on the screen about that now, and head up to the other end. Because at the top end here there are some terraces and some gardens, and that's what I want to head up towards. But it's an absolutely incredible looking building. The external architecture is just amazing, it really is. So let's just head up here a little bit. See, this place is popular with tourists. So many tour groups around. So many people of different nationalities as well. Since leaving the restaurant, I must have heard at least a dozen different languages. Shows how popular Avignon is as a tourist destination. I haven't been seeing this number of tourists since I was in Pisa last year. Perhaps Avignon has a problem with overcrowding and tourism in the summer months, but mid-April, a little bit out of season, so you never know. People have come early on their holidays. But let's head up these steps and see where they go. I don't have plans to visit the Palais du Pape on this visit. There's other things that I want to do, especially as the weather forecast is looking pretty good for the next couple of days. But I'm sure I'll return to Avignon at some point in the future. It's absolutely gorgeous here, and so is Provence. Absolutely beautiful. Just a few more steps and we're at the top. Oh, it's quite pleasant up here. The old church on the right hand side, which is closed. A lovely statue of Jesus on the cross. And of course there's great views looking down onto the square I've just come from. But let's go through the gates here and into the gardens. This looks absolutely lovely here. So let's take a walk around and see what we can see. behind me is Pont Benezet, over the River Rhone. The famous bridge here in Avignon, Le Pont d'Avignon. The first bridge was built here between 1177 and 1185, but it was destroyed during the siege of Avignon in 1226. It was rebuilt in stone in 1234 and originally had 22 stone arches. But due to floods, it kept falling into the river, and they stopped repairing it in 1669. And from the viewpoint up here, it looks absolutely brilliant. Really does look nice to see from up here. But there are some steps which go down onto the bridge, so naturally I've got to go and walk sur le pont d'Avignon. So I'm going to walk down this pathway, follow the steps, walk along some of the wall here, and then down onto the bridge. This is one of the highlights of my my visit to Provence. It's one of the things I've come to see here in Avignon, and I just like old bridges. And this one is this is a nice one to walk over. And onto the wall. Try and get a better view of the bridge from a little further up, or a little further down, because I was up and now I'm going down. So if I'm going to get closer. I did wonder when I arrived at the railway station if it was possible to walk on the walls, and I didn't see anybody up there. I couldn't see any way to get up onto the walls. I'm just wondering if this is the only section. But let's walk through here and into this tower. This is going to be fun. So go down these stone steps. Oh gosh. Oh, onto some modern ones. Oh, these are a lot easier to go down. How many there are and how far down they go. I dare say we'll find out in a minute. Just past a little door which went down onto another part of the ramparts. I was hoping I might be able to get out that way, but it was locked, so I'm not sure where this comes out. Probably have to go up the walls the other side. There's a nice little view overlooking the bridge from there. Oh dear. Oh, and nearly at the bottom. There we go. And out onto the interior of the wall. Now hopefully there's another way up into the bridge from this low level. I see some people just ahead, so let's go and have a look and walk on this bridge. €5. That's not too bad, I suppose. I've paid more in other locations to see a ruined building or something. So that's not too bad. But past security, and I went in. They checked my contents of my handbag, but they didn't seem too interested in the contents of my backpack. I told them it was clothing, and they believed me. That's all that's in there, just clothing. Yes. Wow. This gatehouse is rather impressive. It's really wonderful. I do like a nice gatehouse, especially when it's attached to a city wall. Really rather interesting. So let's walk through and onto the bridge. And out onto the bridge, across the drawbridge. Lovely, nice to see one of those. Normally see them on castles that have survived, but rare to see one on a bridge. It's absolutely lovely. And the sun's come back out again, which is nice. And just ahead is the chapel, which stands on the bridge. This is lovely here. Apart from the noise of the traffic. I'm beginning to dislike traffic. It's lovely. The calm waters of the River Rhone. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's go down into the chapel of Saint Benezet. The actual chapel dates from the 12th century. Looking at the outside, it's in remarkably good condition, although there is some damage which looks like it might have been from the Second World War. Lots of bullet holes on the outside of the building. But let's go inside and take a look. Wow, this is amazing in here. It's so remarkably well preserved after all this time. And even Saint Benezet himself was once buried in here, although his tomb has been relocated elsewhere. It's absolutely beautiful just looking up at the ceiling and at the and so is the altar area. It really is absolutely fantastic to be in this old chapel. Absolutely amazing. But let's head up now, back up to the bridge and walk down to the end of Le Pont d'Avignon. That was so interesting, looking around the chapel. And there's another one on the upper level, Chapel of St. Nicholas, the Mariners' Chapel. That's quite interesting inside as well. I suppose everybody knows Le Pont d'Avignon, or the bridge in Avignon, because of the song. It's written in 1899 by a man called Adolphe Adam. And everybody knows the first verse. There's quite a few people actually singing it on the bridge. No, I'm not going to sing it, but the first verse is Sur le pont d'Avignon, l'on y danse, sur le pont d'Avignon, l'on y danse, tout en rond. And it translates as, on the bridge in Avignon, they are dancing there, they are dancing there. On the bridge in Avignon, they are dancing in circles there. And it's quite a fun little song. And I say there are quite a few people singing it. But just up ahead is the very end of the bridge. And I've made it to the end of the bridge. The end of the Avignon Bridge. Somewhere I've been wanting to come since I was a child, when I first heard that song, Sur le pont d'Avignon. And I'm actually here, which is absolutely wonderful. So there's nowhere else to go but to end the video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my journey, because there's plenty more to come. We'll see you tomorrow for another adventure somewhere here in Provence. Thanks for watching.